Seneca once wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Take a moment to let that sink in. We often tell ourselves that we are waiting for the right moment. We tell ourselves that the task in front of us is too complex, too risky, or too overwhelming. We convince ourselves that the difficulty exists out there in the world, but the Stoics knew the truth. The difficulty is not in the task itself. The difficulty is born in the hesitation. Every day you put off that phone call, the mountain grows higher. Every morning you avoid that difficult conversation, the shadow gets longer. We create the difficulty by refusing to act. Welcome to week 8 of the Stoic Ledger. This week, we are exploring the virtue of courage. When we think of courage, we usually think of the extraordinary. We think of the soldier on the front line, the explorer facing the storm, or the Spartan holding the line. We have plenty of images of lions and warriors because that is how we want to see ourselves. But there is a misconception here. We assume that these figures feel no fear. We assume that courage is the absence of fear. That is false. If you are not afraid, you cannot be brave. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite it. It is feeling your heart rate spike, feeling the tightening in your chest, and deciding that your duty, your purpose, is more important than that feeling. Courage is a muscle. It is not something you are born with. It is something you build. And like any muscle, if you do not exercise it, it withers. If you spend your life avoiding discomfort, you lose the ability to handle it. This week, we are going back to the gym. So, let's bring this down from philosophy to reality. What are you avoiding right now? I don't mean the vague existential things. I mean specifically. Is there a client you need to fire? Is there a debt you need to check? Is there a conversation with a partner you've been dancing around for weeks? Is there a sales call you haven't made because you're afraid of the word no? That thing you're avoiding, that is your compass. The fear is a signal. It is telling you exactly where you need to go. The Stoic exercise for this week is simple but brutal. Identify the one thing you are scared of. The one thing that, if you completed it, would make everything else seem easier. Here is your protocol for week 8. Every morning, before you get lost in emails, before you scroll through social media, and before you let the busy work take over, you're going to identify your main event. The main event is that one task you are dreading, and you're going to do it first. Why first? Because courage is a finite resource. As the day goes on, your willpower fades. Decision fatigue sets in. If you leave the scary thing for 4 p.m., you won't do it. You will push it to tomorrow, and then tomorrow becomes next week. Write it down in your ledger. Today, I will make the call. Today, I will publish the post. Today, I will have the conversation. By writing it down, you drag the fear out of the darkness and onto the paper. You make it physical. You make it manageable. You strip it of its power. Seneca was right. Things are not difficult. We make them difficult by waiting. This week, we stop waiting. We stop hoping for the anxiety to go away, and we start working alongside it. Do not focus on the outcome. The outcome is not in your control. The person on the other end of the phone might get angry. The project might fail. That is irrelevant. What is in your control is the act itself. Did you step forward when you wanted to retreat? Did you speak when you wanted to stay silent? That is the only metric that matters. Week 8. Courage. Identify the fear. Make it your main event. Dare to do it. If you're ready to stop waiting and start acting, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video to support the mission. To start your own practice, pick up the Stoic Ledger on Amazon KDP for for the hoodies and streetwear you see in our posts. Check out our Stoic Pod store on Etsy or Amazon. The links are in the description. Memento Mori. We go again next week.